Hello friends, RBI says economic growth is slowing down and the high frequency indicator shows a loss of momentum because of the high global price of crude oil, metals and fertilizers that already affected the terms of trade and increased the trade account and current account deficit. And it also noted that the private finance consumption expenditure and gross fixed capital formation has only exceeded the pre-pandemic level. And global economy is expected to suffer a significant loss of momentum because of this. The trade volume, global trade volume is expected to be half comparing to 2021. The Reserve Bank of India's balance sheet is found to be grown by 8.46% for 2022. Public sector banks are going to pay 8,000 crore rupees dividend to central government. RBI annual report also showed that the number of bank frauds has increased compared to last year, but the value is decreased by half. The private banks contribute more to the number of the bank frauds, while the public sector banks contribute more to the value. And the frauds to the amount of 60,414 crore were reported, which is 56.28% lower comparing to 2020-21. RBI has also stated that the balance sheets of shadow banks expanded, but the asset quality is deteriorated. And the growth of shadow banks is a financial threat to financial stability, it says. And the foreign investor sell out in the equity section is they had dumped around more than 39,000 crore in the equity section during the May month. Totally 1.66 lakh crore has been sold out in the 2022. The consolidated gross fiscal deficit of 26 states in 2021 was lower by 31.5% comparing to last year. It is mainly because of the higher growth in the revenue receipts, that is 30.5%, which is against a contraction of 8.6% in 2021. This is also from the annual report of the Reserve Bank of India. US surpasses China as India's biggest trading partner in 2022. And according to the Commerce Ministry in 2022, the bilateral trade between the US and India, the value is around $119 billion, which is higher compared to last year. Last year it was $80.51 billion. In 2021-22, India had a trade surplus of $32.8 billion with the USA. Trade surplus means India's export to USA is higher than what it imported from USA. In RBI annual report, it replied to a question like why there is such a big difference between CPI, consumer price inflation, and wholesale price inflation. It says a 1% change in non-food and non-fuel global commodity price leads to a 0.02% change in core CPI inflation, but a 1.11% change in core WPI inflation. But on the other hand, a 1% change in WPI also lead to a 0.26% change in the core consumer price inflation. So the increase in the global commodity prices, inflation, has a moderate impact on CPI comparing to WPI. Development Finance Body will start its operation the next quarter, and this is going to fund long-term projects including the national infrastructure projects. It is called NAPFIT. and it is government is planning to raise as much as 3 trillion rupees over the next 5 years. According to Center for Monitoring Indian Economy, in 2022, from January to April, the labor force participation rate is higher in rural India. It was 40.9% in rural area India, comparing to 37.4% in urban India. And among urban males, it is the LPR is higher, 64.2%, but it is very low in urban females, 6.7%. Already government sold around more than 64.9% to of Hindustan Zinc to Agarwal Vedanta Group. Now it is the government approved the entire remaining stake sale of it for disinvestment. Government has reduced custom duty on soybean, palm oil and sunflower oil. So the effective duty on crude palm oil, crude soybean and sunflower was 5.5% before, but after the reduction it will be around almost zero. Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, which is an association of 13 Indo-Pacific countries including America, India, Japan, Australia, is founded, which is against the growing influence of China. WTO India stated that the developing countries not engaged in distant water fishing should be exempted from overfishing subsidy prohibition for at least 25 years. And India also wanted WTO to allow food export from public stock, which was not allowed as per the rules. India is seeking amendments in the formula to calculate a country's food subsidy limit. As of now, only 10% of the value of the food produce can be given as food subsidy. For developing countries, there is an exemption given in the Bali ministerial meeting, and India is also seeking to add government programs which were started after 2013 in the peace class of the Bali ministerial meeting. The cotton waiver for the cotton import duties is going to be extended up to December. All logistic and connectivity infrastructure projects with an investment amount of over 500 crore hereafter will be routed through the network planning group constituted under the PM Gati Shakti initiative as per the recent announcement. Government's feed procurement has come down to 184.58 lakh tons so far. This is very less. Last year it was 433.544 lakh tons. I see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.